Hello, this is Pirate on the Run from ONTHERUNgaming, and I'm making a video about the Modern Warfare 3 weapons that have been announced so far, and there will also be some maps at the end, but that will be a separate part. So stay tuned for the whole show. Or skip to the end, but I'd rather you didn't, because you want to see the weapons. So all these image sources are from Kotaku.com, the link will be in the description and stuff, and yeah, a lot of the information is also from Wikipedia. So the first is the Military Police Systems Incorporated AA-12 or Auto Assault 12. It's a 12-gauge shotgun firing 2 3/4-inch shells. Before I go any further, this is obviously an intense commentary describing these guns fully. So yeah, it can fire multiple round times, flechette rounds, different types of buckshot, slugs, even explosive rounds, I think. And there's 8, 12, and 20 round magazines. The 20 round is a drum. And if you want to know more, look it up on Google or whatever. The next is, although this picture says AK-47, by the best I could match it, although it's really odd that it is an M4 buttstock. This is most likely an AN-94, sometimes called the Abakan, because it was chosen at the Abakan trials for the Russian army. And it's made by Ishmash. It's a Russian state factory. Yeah, it fires the 45 by 39 millimeter Russian. It has a 2-burst fire level thing that has fires at 1600 RPM. It's a very fast burst, and at about 600 RPM in full auto. And there's 35 round magazines. Also can take an RPK 45 round or a 60 round mag. Not sure what that's from. The next is the Remington RSASS, and I should have figured out what that stands for, but I have no clue. Oh, and for the A94, it's Automatic Nikolaev, named after the main designer. But yeah, I have no clue what that stands for. Sorry, guys. But this fires the 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO round. It's semi-automatic and it has 19 or 20 millimeter 20 round magazines. So this is probably going to be one of the new snipers. Although, guessing by how COD works, it'll probably be a 10 round magazine. And yeah, and we've yet to see if the A94 released that. And then we have the Sech VZ61 Scorpion. There's lots of versions of this gun for different calibers, but they all look slightly different. So this is I'm pretty sure this is the VZ61, which fires the 9mm Parabellum. It's an automatic weapon. It might be single. It's hard to classify between a submachine gun or a machine pistol with this one because it can be used either way. It has a 19 or 20 round magazine or a 10 round one, but I doubt that'll be in the game. Next is one gun you guys probably won't know. It took me a while to find this. Actually, no, it didn't. I don't know how I found out actually what it was, but this is the kel-tec KSG. It's a 12-gauge shotgun with 2 tubular magazines that each hold 7 rounds, and it's in a bullpup configuration, so you load from behind the grip. And that's also where the action is, and it's a lot like the Neosted shotgun in Bad Company 2, although it doesn't break open. And then you can also have 1 round in the chamber, so a total of 15 bolts, although Call of Duty will let us have that many. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pump action. And next, woohoo, the Barrett is back. And so this is a 50 caliber bullet firing the M2 Browning heavy barrel bullet, which is half a caliber, half an inch wide, and 99 millimeters long. It's also 12.7 millimeters wide. It has an 11 round magazine, although guessing by COD standards will probably be 10 again. And it fires semi-automatic. And what I find funny is that quickscopers run around and zooming up their sights really fast and stuff, but this gun is 5 feet long and weighs 30 pounds. So I'd like to see you try that in real life. Next we have the MP5A2. A lot of people probably won't recognize it because you use the MP5K in most COD games, but this is the one from COD 4. And yeah, it has a fixed buttstock and it's full size and everything. 30 or 15 round magazine. There's lots of attachments you can get. Fires 9mm Parabellum. It's semi-auto, single fire, burst, 3-round burst, I believe. Well, this picture doesn't show it, so they don't usually have like rate of fire selectors in COD games. But yeah, just in case. Then next we have the M4A1 carbine. This one has an M68 scope, which has no optical zoom. It's just for better aiming and a holographic sight. So this actually might not be M68. Could be a zoom scope. Not sure, but it's made by Colt Defense. This weapon fires the 5.56 by 45 NATO. It's semi-automatic or full auto, and generally these guns are actually fired semi-automatic in real life. Notice how it has the different buttstock than the AN-94, which had the normal M4 buttstock. And it can fire a 30-round drum, or there's also 30 round NATO mag, or there's also drum mags for it, and there's lots of attachments. In the trailer, you see one with a grenade launcher and stuff. So yeah. And then next we have the Striker is back, made by Armacell from South Africa. And this weapon is a 12 gauge shotgun, which is semi-automatic, fires from a revolver mag. And the small version has 7 rounds, and I could not find how many are in the large version, so 7+ rounds are to be expected. And then next we have the models. Woohoo! And this is a new version. It's got an updated version. It's the Winchester model 1887. This one uses plastic instead of the old one with lever action. You can see it's updated. You got little tritium sights, little green dots. Fires 12 gauge, and there's also a 10 gauge version, which could explain why it was so powerful in Modern Warfare 2. If you don't know, 10 gauge is larger than 12 gauge. And it has a 5-round tubular magazine. And then next we have the Scar L. This is actually the prototype version. The normal version is beige, but the prototype was black, with a collapsible buttstock. This weapon also fires the 5.56 NATO, and this weapon is made by FN Herstal. It's the lighter version of the Scar H, which fires the 7.62 NATO, and it fires at around 625 RPM and has a 30-round magazine, which is to be expected. And next we have the G36C, which is made by Heckler and Koch. This is the basic G36, also known as the MK36, when it was used in U.S. trials. Although this is the carbine version, and it lacks the, well, it can be a non-telescopic or 1.5 or 3 times zoom telescopic sight in the carrying handle. Instead, it's replaced by a Picatinny rail with iron sights. And it says the folding buttstock with clear magazines and short barrel. It'll probably be an assault rifle, but expect high rate of fire and low accuracy because there's an 800 round RPM in real life and a 30 round magazine. Well, not low accuracy, but less accuracy because it's shorter barrel. Next, we have the M320 standalone grenade launcher, although it could also be the grenade launcher that you attach. It's currently fielded, I think, by the 1st Combat Brigade of the 82nd Airborne at Fort Bragg. That was part of the main specs I looked up for it. Fires the 40 by 43 millimeter SR grenade. Not sure what that is. Different ammo types likely, though, since most grenade launchers can fire it. The rate of fire is about 5 to 7 rounds per minute. I believe it's a side lever action, although it could be breech loading. I'm not sure, actually. And it can have sights and a laser, and you can see the telescoping buttstock, well, laser rangefinder. Next, we have the Remington ACR with another telescoping buttstock. This weapon has many attachments, a high rate of fire at 800 to 950 rounds per minute, and it fires the 5.56 by 45 NATO. It's an automatic weapon with a 30 round magazine. So yeah. Next we have the Ismech MP412 Rex, which is the revolver for export. You might have seen this in Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's a Russian 357 Magnum revolver, 6-shot, break open to reload with a full moon clip. It's double action, which means you don't have to cock the hammer at the back and just pull the trigger twice. Well, not twice, but it's like 2 clicks, and it's harder than normal. And it'll fire, and it has automatic ejection, which can be turned off manually. Next, we have the Magpul FMG9, another one a lot of you guys will not recognize or really know. This is a collapsible submachine gun, although some people categorize it as a machine pistol. I believe it's supposed to be a submachine gun. It uses the G17 like action and stuff, but it's made by Magpul, which was bought by Remington. The ACR was originally Magpul also. It fires the 9x19mm NATO, which is the same size as the 9mm Parabellum, but it has a higher pressure when firing because it has more propellant, so it's more powerful. It's semi-automatic only in real life so far, although I doubt it'll be like that in the game. And it fires from 17, 19, or 31 round magazines. And then we have the Walther P99, which is a nice little pistol. Fires 9mm Parabellum with a .40 cal Smith & Wesson. I'm not sure how long that is actually. It has a 15-round 9mm Parabellum mag or a 12-round Smith & Wesson. It's semi-automatic, obviously, because it's a automatic handgun. Well, not automatic, but you can kind of call it that, because it's a normal handgun, not a revolver. I'm blanking out the term right now. Please feel to put it in the comments. Very close-up shot. Interesting how all these guns are just floating. And finally, my favorite gun on the list is, oh wow, fail on the labeling. I'll put an annotation. This is the Mark 14 EBR, which is the updated version of the M14 rifle. EBR stands for Enhanced Battle Rifle. Fires the 762 NATO. I'm going to talk a lot about this because it's my favorite gun, like ever. Hope to own one someday. It's semi-automatic or full auto. Fires at 700 to 750 rounds per minute in automatic fire. It has 10 or 20 round mags. Now they issue 2 to every squad in Afghanistan. It can be used as a designated marksman rifle or as a battle rifle, which is kind of just something bigger than an assault rifle, really. And it's made by the Navy Construction Crane Corporation for Navy SEALs originally, and then the civilian version is made by Sage Industries and another company, and the Sage Industries also supplies some parts for the military. And it has 4 Pitkini rails all centered around the barrel and stuff. Yeah, I failed at the labeling finisher on here, but that's pretty much all I have to say about this. And now I'm gonna switch off to the maps in a separate recording. So yeah, see you then. This is Pirate on the Run back again, and yeah, I know I'm saying in the same video, but this is 2 different parts. So I'll actually start from the end. Let's see. Modern Warfare 3 maps so far. The images shown for us from Kotaku. I didn't make this earlier because the reason is just going to be weapons. Alright, so this is this one map called Carbon that we've got 4 photos of. It's the only multiplayer map we know so far. Looks kind of like to me it looks in a way it looks like Quarry with a lot of hangars and like warehouses and stuff, and then it also reminds me a little of like Scrapyard, just with the open areas and hangars too. So this is like dramatic lighting or something, and then same thing, normal dramatic lighting. Also the catwalks remind me of Quarry. Then the attack on Manhattan or New York City, but we realized through Google Earth this is Manhattan, so I'm going to edit our other video because it actually was Manhattan, not the Lower Bay. So this is from the campaign. And then a shot of some gameplay with a suppressed Steyr PSG-1. I didn't look stuff up, I just did this like in the 5 minutes since I recorded the first part. So I'm just using what I know about it. I believe it's a 7.62 NATO rifle. It has a 5-round magazine, semi-automatic. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge. But it looks like gameplay through a tunnel. Don't know what map that could be on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please leave in comments anything else you learn or new sources, and more videos will be coming. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.